dice. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. Run it up. Run it up.
By many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans. First quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And right off the bat, Mills looking to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. And that's going to be caught downfield by Chark. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
And a nice call and really good execution there because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps, you know. You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on him. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They sent him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play fake, Mills. That's once again complete to Chark. He's got room at the 30. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 35 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first. Half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw again. Forced out to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
They'll roll him out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. O.J. Howard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, this defense for the Texans, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Come on, baby. Let's get this. Check back, check back. Hey, check Mike 45.
Willis from the gun on 3rd down.
And this one is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36. A gain of about 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
I mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
He needed less than a foot. He didn't get a whole lot more than that, but he did get the first down.
Well, he and his offensive line created enough push where if he was able to just fall forward as he was able to there, that would pick up the first down. As you noted, didn't need a whole lot, didn't get much more than that.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit, because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Out to his left. Over the middle, complete. It's Jordan. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll drop to throw. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown. A great effort there. 41 yards. And the Texans are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Nothing the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The Titans had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a 1st down. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the 1st down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach and probably his agent, too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Here I come again. Here I come again.
Henry again on second down. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. To the air on first down, here's Willis. This will go to Henry out wide. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Looking to throw again on second down. Willis. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Texans are going to get the football here at their own 23. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that Play did on the last one.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
18 Rattler.
Back to throw, Willis. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down. Off the option, here's Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
19, Tiger.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On now is the Titans punter, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
Boy, that's asking a lot of your punt team there, and they were not able to deliver.
It's asking an awful lot of the punt team there, because if it's 4th and 4, 4th and 3, you've got a chance, right? That's a manageable distance to try and pick up when you're running a fake. But when that number's actually been in the weight room and it's pumped up like it was, that's difficult to do, all right? So you might even think to yourself, if I left my offense on the field, would they be able to pick that up? You could run a nice play and not get that distance.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they're going to measure revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Badgley able to punch this one through. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now Willis on 1st and 10.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
3rd down, it's Willis.
Being chased out left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Trying for it on 4th down. Here's Willis. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he is going to pick up the Titans' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 16, Willis. And it's a Titans touchdown. Chigakonkwo, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. They go play action here on 1st down. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And some room to work. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Hearns the man in motion left. Right back to him on 1st down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
30 wins the mic. Watch the pass. Switch it, switch it, switch it.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll try and run the option left side. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Here's Willis. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Play fake. Here's Willis. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Henry out of the pistol. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And that will be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
On now is the Titans punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Cowboy 80. Let's go. We got this. Like 28. 60 Maverick.
Now Willis on 4th down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. On 1st down, Willis. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 23. Willis will look to throw on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 15-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And the ball is knocked out, and the Texans scoop it. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
And it'll be intercepted.
And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
They were just trying to get their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Just thinking ahead of down, if I'm the punter right now, I'm saying, fellas, just get me out to the 3, the 4, maybe the 5-yard line here.
You know what else you're thinking? I'm not taking any steps backwards because you might step out of the back of the end zone. That's catch and punt. But if you're running the football now, you've got a little bit of a cushion. Just make sure you take care of it and get what you can and set up the punt.
And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. First and 10, it's Willis.
And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Now that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. Willis looks to pass it here.
Flushed out right. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Chigakonkwo,
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
and the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Now a toss going left. And did he get the football to break the play? No, he did not. They'll say he's out of bounds, shy of the goal line, and they'll be denied on the two-point conversion. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a two-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So it's third and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Hearns the man in motion right. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. Third and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Second down, Willis looks to throw here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. An incompletion as a result.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Willis, fourth down, has to have it. He's got it. Touchdown. Traylon Burks, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Titans have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now back to throw. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Hearns the man in motion left. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got some space here. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. 133 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. They'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple, because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he will have a Titans 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
And able to
get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing, Willis. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give him credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
One final try here for Willis. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I think they might have something in this young rookie quarterback because he certainly looked the part.
I have to ask you a question. Are you thinking similar to what I'm thinking? That these rookie quarterbacks, they come in more prepared than ever before?
Year after year, they just seem more comfortable from day one.
I think you start really young now. These quarterback coaches, they play against a better competition. They go to camps across the country. Then they play big-time games in college. So when they get to the NFL, it's not quite the same, how would you say it, pressure that they felt in years past. And these kids just go out and perform.
And keep in mind, he led them to a road victory here, even more impressive. So for Houston, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.
My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it, but it ain't just